You should know who these people are, kind of. Not really, not completely, but you should be able to look it up. No, because most of them are just doing their thing, right? And they're not that bad. A lot of it's in their house, believe it or not, nowadays. But I don't really mind. No, I think the NSA watching us all the time is pretty. They do a lot more than that. Trust me. A lot of scientific shit that I think is really cool. That's what I was trying to get hired for, mostly. Mostly what I'm doing here. I went on a whole speech, should have been recorded for YouTube, but we can get it back. It's on a Chromebook. I'll tell you guys, you can break your rules for me. I promise you, right hand in the heart. I will not sue you if you help me out. I don't believe in those kind of lawsuits, although I kind of do. But we'll get to that. Depends on your intentions, which should be investigated more thoroughly. No, I think for those kind of lawsuits, beyond a reasonable doubt is more important than just preponderance of the evidence sometimes. Depends. There should be levels to that. Sometimes there is when there's a criminal investigation involved, which there is in this one. I think it started with one on me because some people reported some shit was definitely not true. And then they tried to frame me kind of, which really pissed me off. But if they've watched me closely, they should know I'm this guy, not who they thought I was. Even though and even if my dad and I don't always get along. Oh well. I'm working on it. No, quickly. No, when he first came back, I'd been isolated for a minute. And it was hard for me to just switch around. And I've been really stressed out. And he's drunk. And I just can't deal with it. No, I love him. I respect him too. He'd kick your ass. Because I live in this fucking house. So the other day he was drunk, yelling at my evil neighbors. No, it even called their names, one of them. The red house. I'm always pointing. Pig house too. Called him out before. But just in case, since I've already done it, trying not to get sued. Because I don't believe in the police around here. Almost at all. That's why I need the NSA's help. So I'm going to message you again. So you already know basically an NSA agent. Because I'm on every watch list. Every watch list. Because I gave $1 to the Communist Party one time. I knew what I was doing. It was prudent. I try to get attention as much as I possibly can. For that reason, guys. But my cats really are that special. That wasn't an attention thing. I love my fucking cats. My family, I do too. No, quite a bit, but I'm so stressed right now, it's hard for me to love anything but Garfield and George. But Precious too. She's my other cat. She got in there during Hell Week. No, she was right there with them. It was intense. And no, by your standards, George and Precious are no longer alive. But you kind of know they are, right? Look them up. I got pictures of. A lot of them. No, they're all amazing and special in their own way. That's why I thought it was amazing is these three cats. Because Precious was a calico, a rare kind of calico. And because she was big and badass. And she had 7 fucking claws. And she was beautiful. Now, she got kind of fat quickly. But other than that, she was gangster. No, I would have fed her better. Like I did with George for a long time until my fucking dad decided to give him milk every day. A whole bowl of it. Which he sopped right up. I don't blame him. He never got that fat. No, he didn't. He got sick. From the milk? No, not really. They poisoned him. Because he got cat parvo one time. I'm pretty damn sure, right? Because he got really sick. Could have been a straight of COVID or something, but he died, basically. So I got back on opiates so I could handle it. Handle what? Him dying? No. Kind of, right? But mostly handle me healing him. Like I didn't know I needed to do. I'm like, I can't really do anything for him medically. But what I can do is hold him in my arms until he gets better or dies. Which is what I should have done last time. I feel pathetic that I didn't. Despite me getting powers at the time, from where I am now, biggest mistake I almost ever made, but maybe not, because I'll get him back. And we have to go through our fate sometimes. So when we get to the other side, we're just that fucking powerful. And the other side will be right here on the surface this time, guys. No, not beneath the waters like it typically is. On the other side of the reflection, guys. What do you think the other side is? Well, I think I'm like Garfield. Look in the mirror. He's like, oh, that's who I am, and I know it. But it's like it's not quite me. It's my reflection, Garfield. You understand that, right, Dad? That's why I look away. Because he's more powerful than I am. I'm like, I know, but Garfield. No, he's not. Look at it. Look him in the eyes. No, that's you. So on the camera, he basically knows it's kind of him, but still not really. He's like, no, the Aboriginals told me. This is how wise Garfield is, okay? He's like, no, Dad, the Aboriginals told me, and a lot of Native peoples, that don't get in the screen too much because they'll take your soul. I'm like, they're right. They can actually do that. Some people can with magic. I've done it before. Yeah, to the Congress during the alien thing. I poked on the screen and I summoned Tara, and they turned green. Green Tara. Om Tare Tutare Ture Svaha. Possibly the most powerful mantra you could ever do. Honestly. Doesn't matter what it sounds like to you. It's my name. Tara. Mine ends with N. Like the Welsh word for thunder. Now, fuck the CIA. I don't like their methods. I like the NSA instead. See, you're dirty too sometimes. Mostly with that dark web shit. But it's because there's a lot of agents. It's an agency. Technically civilians, at least now they are. They work for the government. And a lot of people are technically civilians that work for the government, like cops are dirty as fuck. Turns out. But we professionalized it quite a bit. But we can't afford because of all the other agencies siphoning off of us. Like, yeah, but what do they even fucking do? Torture people. Mostly. I'm worried about national security. Like, make it a national security administration. NSA, that's what we should do. And just group them all together. They're going to piss off Central Intelligence. We can keep them around. They just pissed me off. I don't like their methods. They should change if they want to stick around. Smart break there, guys. Because they get a lot of intelligence in interesting fucking ways. A lot of them are doing crazy shit, dude. I'm interested in that too. What does the military really do sometimes? We need to know. I'm a different fucking species. And my name's Taran Miller. How are you? I'm a Taran from planet Earth. I know something weird about planet Earth and what it's really shaped like. And not just to me, but to you. If we could get there, guys. So I know what it sounds like. Get your attention yet? I am, and I know that I am. That's who I am. My birthday is I'm under severe hypnosis, but I'm not really. I'm just became enlightened when my crown chakra just popped open because of Dionysus. Long story with me and Christ. But I know him well. Maybe too well sometimes. And Shakyamuni too. Also, Muhammad. Ali as well. You know what I mean? Don't like that too. Whatever. Right. That's God. I found him. Who I believe to be the highest emanation of the Father of Christ on planet Earth. Garfield the cat. Look how fucking handsome he is. He posed just for you because he's fucking super intelligent. And it turns out he's worth a lot of money, and it scares the shit out of him. How are you? I'm a smoker. But not that kind of smoker, are you? Sometimes some of you guys are, I didn't know it. Helps at your jobs. It's cool. Because I can prove some things medically that you'd never fucking believe. Why haven't I got to the hospital yet? Severe hypnosis. I don't trust them. And the cops. I don't want them to carry me there. And a few other things I believe. I think it's dirtier than that, too. I need an fMRI on my whole body. Because I'm just different than you. No, I know that I am. Because I always feel like I'm floating around like a ghost. Especially when I crack my back. And it cracks like you wouldn't believe all the time. Just all the time. You don't even crack your neck like, you know what I mean? like an agent from the Matrix. It's basically what I am. I'm an agent sent by the Matrix, basically. So I just don't fucking die. I can't even dodge. No, okay. Long story with my MS and how my hand-eye coordination is just insane now. And I feel like I'm swimming in underwater all the time now. And I am kind of. I can switch my vision, like star vision. What's that? It's just strange. My brain is different. Because I gave one half of my hemisphere to Garfield and then went to big fucking George. They switch off. I'm going to make it infinite and keep giving me the heart. Give my solar plexus to Precious, my other cat. And George got the top of my heart, and Garfield just turned out to be my heart, in a way. You wouldn't believe what that means. Check me out biologically. It gets kind of weird, this story does. Quickly. Spear hypnosis, not even. I told them, I'm dehypnosis. Like, no, George is Hypnos. I'm Morpheus. The white one. Basically a rogue agent, right? Like that kind of powerful. But almost like Neo too, but I'm like, no, this is the one. And I know it. God told me so. My other cat who died. Well, you know what happens when people die sometimes and you wake up in your God? You ever had that one of those? NDE? I'm basically in one all the time now. This is my NDE, my life. Does that make sense to anybody? That now I'm in a near-death experience all the time. I'm like, I don't die. I figured it out the hard way. So did Garfield. And so is George. So is Precious now. We're here with Christ. We're here with the Buddha. Prophets too. All of them. Just having a conversation somewhere in time with one of those guys. What about these guys on this fucking island? What this guy in the Amazon somewhere, waiting for this. This kid in China. What's one in Mexico? Or this little girl in Indonesia. She should be sleeping right now. What about Garfield? I get you a little bit? Yeah, I did, huh? This is Love Incarnate. His name's Garisu. We like Garisu now because he's wide awake most of the time. And I love him so much. He feels a little sick right now. I'm a little worried about him, but I know he'll be fine because he's fucking immortal. He never really gets sick, Garfield. Kind of like me. You know what I mean? I was just constipated for the first time, and it stresses me out as a dad. Now you're like, dude, you can't shit? That's not healthy. I've been there before. No, it's not healthy. And then I look at his food and I get stressed out about it. You know what I mean? And then I hear cats meowing from the other yard and it stresses me out. And I hear him under my house and it stresses me out. He's still there? You know what I mean? Can you mouth read at all? You know what I'm saying? So I got to say it all out loud. But some of it's a little weird because I'm having conversations in my mind that are really intense. And they can change my whole mood very quickly. Depending on how well my water's flowing. See, that's why I need to pull the leaves and the tea bags out now. So I can vibrate my fucking tea in the right way like I used to. See, I build dreams for these people sometimes. So sometimes I'm really communicating with them, sometimes I'm not. Depends on where they are and what they're doing. But I know how powerful they are. What about these 6 or 7 people in Africa? Four girls, 3 boys. The girls are older, mostly. I don't know all their locations yet. And yeah, there's a lot of them in South America and New Guinea and on all these islands, turns out. And yeah, in the mountains, everywhere. Europe too, but they're mostly asleep. But not completely now. Kings and queens and emperors everywhere, technically, actually. Are way more spiritually awake than you expect. Yeah. In the Vatican too, some of them. All these monasteries everywhere. Abbeys too. See, I can feel all of them right now. Every fucking mystic in the world, basically. And yeah, a lot of powerful Buddhists up here in the mountains. Hindus too. Really powerful, a lot of them. Some of these Jains, some of these Taoists. And more Christians than you expect, and Muslims too, fucking big time. Well, there's a lot of Sikhs. Every religion wants to shout at. Some Jews are really fucking powerful, and I know it. But yet, religion's more right than any of those religions. Shinto, turns out, in weird fucking ways. And Jainism too, and Buddhism, in my opinion, more than Hinduism, not even. Because is Hinduism even one religion? I'm like, Shaivism's basically right. I've shooken the earth with a fucking mudra. I'm like, they've been waiting for it. No, look at me. They've been waiting for it. Meow. Look at me. I'm like, hey, Poseidon is Shiva. It turns out. Look it up. Greek mythology. He's handing it over. But right next to him, he wasn't there the whole time. He's God. Duh. Where's Adam in all this? Well, October. You know what I mean? One and one. Is that a wink? I knew he was going to do that. Love you. Well, he is an October. In a way. I've basically proven it scientifically. This how I get out of my head. Because this is what I do for a living. That's how I stay alive. His name's Garfield. And I found God too. One of the largest particles in the Garfield, in my opinion. Time particles. Well, it's a type of science that I was looking into. I don't remember what it's called right now. Where it's fractal universe. Duh. I'm like, duh. But it's way more dynamic than we thought. The way particles comes up and down. Like the whole teller idea, even. Well, I just figured it's all life. I mean, it's all alive. I saw it, the way it worked. It blew my fucking mind. I'm like, who am I now? What am I coming out of? Well, so I'm basically this big being coming through, right? In this vision, which I figured was me, but now I realize it's kind of Big George, actually. Well, God. And he's zooming out, and zooming out, and zooming out, and zooming out. And then he comes out this really big, powerful being with horns on him. Now, almost like a centaur in a way, with all these arms, and like it was awesome. Coming out of this waters. And I'm like, wow, he almost looks evil, but he's not evil. He's just powerful. Like, that's the world right there. And it's a he. But how? Well, I'll get to that. No, it was time that I was zooming out of. Because I was God. Observing his dad kicking his ass. Well, that being was me and him. Because I was God, observing him, and he was time. In the first moment, when he said, I am light. And she said, oh, fuck that. No, you're not. And he brought her down. Back here, to the bottom of the abyss. But by then, they've been multiplied many times by then. Well, since they were Manus and Emo, the first man and the twin. Was there an Eve? Of course there was. Be surprised who else? And what else? Well, the primordial plane never went anywhere. It's diffuse through all. It's right there. Look, it's dark in there. Look, it's water in here. Basically. It's cold out there. Basically like that too. Almost. Who am I? I was that thing eating him. Well, he kind of ate me too. It's a long story. I just saw the end of it. What was it inside of her? Darkness, mostly. What was that light place? Dynamic, huge, infinite. No, it was just spread out everywhere. It was swirling around like all these fucking waves. No, almost like a figure eight pattern, even just down around, and these beings pouring out, being powerful, coming back in, ending, beginning, ending, but never dying, just becoming something else. Ever dying, turns out. No, the memory in the water goes forever. Forever. And there he is, the center of it all. Garfield is. And he fucking knows it. It's like, Dad, why don't you treat me better from the center of the universe? I'm like, well, how do you think I feel? You're way handsomer than I am. No one scratches my back, ever. Marijuana makes me really powerful. Really powerful. Again, very much so. Thanks to the Chambers of Secrets. They need protection as well. Well, just because I'm an agent and I'm going over there. Because it's the only place I can get any food. And they're good people. And I know what I can do, really, by just being around people at the right time. But mostly keeping to myself, just in case. 114 on that. It's been a big one lately. I knew it too during Hell Week. Garfield, right? George even too. It's like, dude, no, if we die ever, we'll be so fucking powerful that it won't even matter. No, because I was just so wise at that point. I was like, I got everything. No, I figured it out already. Since then, it's been kind of downhill, but I'm not even worried about it. I'm like, no, that Taran died. Teleporting up Mount Shasta, basically. Well, I haven't done any other drugs since Christmas. Sobriety dates, don't really believe in them, but that works for that one. Because I remember that day. Damn it. But you think I can't teleport without it? I've moved through time already, recently. How much missing time do I have? A lot. A lot. No, tons. Turns out. You know what I mean? Yet? You can't really hear that over the recording. If you were here, it would trip you the fuck out. Just being in my house with me. No, I'm super haunted. With all kinds of shit. No, I'm basically a ghost man. I'm totally possessed with ghosts. Spirits of the dead. All of them. I would want to do that too. But people just have things to say, and I don't hold it back. It's not my job to. I apologize. That meant a lot for somebody to say. So you know. And I mean it. Okay. It's the best I can do right now. You understand? And then I smoke some demons. Watch. I like that, guys. Because my chakras are totally aligned. Put a little bit in my pipe. Rub my mustache. Point it up a little bit. So I can get all the smells in there. My hair. Shantal. Som. Om. Gonna happen. I mean that. I know it's strange, but that's what I do for a living. I say, welcome to the primordial waters. I put a trident to my ear. My name's Taran Miller. It's different ones for different people. Say, my name's Taran Miller. They've been waiting for me. Here's my little demon. And I mean it. 100%. That's why I say yes, it's for kids. Every fucking time, even though I'm smoking marijuana and tobacco on camera. Religious freedom. A protest. I say, yes, I'm an NSA agent technically, but not officially. And I'm trying to get hired right now. So I can have a job and people can get off my fucking back. Because I have superpowers. And I know what I can do. I'm a super psychic and I'm hyper intuitive. I'm possessed by ghosts 24/8. 22/8 actually, because if I don't get any sleep, dude, I get fucking really powerful. Garfield too. So most of the sleep go to him. But he acts like a little boy still, even though he's fucking super wise one. But he's fighting demons all the time. Garfield is. Look how fucking powerful he is. He knows exactly who he is. Look at him. He's looking right in his eyes saying, that's me, huh? You're way handsomer in person than you are on camera, Garfield. I'm not. He's the handsomest cat of all time. He could win any show because he's just naturally like that. Watch, he's been growing his hands in, but they've been constricting him, so I haven't been worried about it right now. Makes him more valuable technically. But just knowing he's a handsome. See, they even took his cheeks away, like they take my pads away a little bit. But we'll get him back, Garfield. We were trying to grow his balls in, but that's a little bit too much for us right now. We'll have to do it in a better way. So I'm going to get him a wife soon, hopefully, for him. He's getting excited about that one. See, look at him. He knows who he is. Garfield does. No, completely. Look at him. He's totally enlightened, too. He wants you to know right now that he wants a job, too. I was going to go back to doing what he does, which is, well, he's trying to eat food now. He's hungry. Bum, bum, buddy. Bum, bum, buddy. Buddy, sorry. Gotti, some. That was a delicious song. Well, he doesn't feel very good right now. So that's a protest from him. That he wants better food, Dad. He wants more of those Friskies right now. He's like, I can digest anything. Where the other food go? It's right here, Garfield. You haven't breathed in it for you. It should be enlightened by now. I can reinstantiate things. Which I basically know I can do already. Look, there's hearts in it. Most of them are shaped downwards right now. So guess what? That's good luck. Go fucking figure, Taran. Look. Yep. And then 2. Go fucking figure, Taran. I'm going to shake it up just in case. That's why you only do stuff with Terror Deck every now and then. Yeah, you do it all the time. It can get less accurate, actually. For yourself, unless you're doing it the right way. Yeah, I usually like to bust out the 22. You know what I mean? Only every once in a while, just in case. Those reading are hardcore. Kind of like twice. You know what I mean? What happened? He died. Now it's amongst them. What do you think I am now? What's a good mudra? That cat ears on. When I move like you, it feels stiff and unnatural to me. Like I'm holding something in. So that's why I carry that carriage around. It makes me look more like you. Like one of us. But I'm not. No, I am not. No, he is God. No, he's like I am, and I know it. And the other ones, no, I am that I am. That's why he's that cat. And I'm like, I am still not, even though I am the Aquarius. That's what I am. Duh. And I know it too. I knew it first. Actually, I keep telling him that. You're just I am, kitty. That's why you came first. He's like, I am that I am. Who has to slay I am now? Imagine if that story went. Holy shit. That was Zeus versus Kronos. If you don't know what I did just now, I channeled the spirits of Zeus, Kronos, who basically knew he was going to win that fight against all three of them. And they really weren't sure yet. When the three kids took on their dads the first time. Well, Garfield wanted to go when it was just him and him. What about when it was just you and you? The first time. What about the second time? What about the last time? That's what I'm talking about. I also did Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva when I did that. Just so you know. I'm like, I figured it out. I'm like, well, Hades is definitely Brahma. That's when they used to worship in the same way. I mean, they have different versions, like Varuna, kind of, but that's more primordial than that. We'll get back to that. And Urudra and Shiva really are, in a way. But Vishnu is clearly Zeus. Well, there's so many Vaishnavites. And Yahweh, too. Because they're so ritualistic. I figured it out pretty quickly. Who the sun god really was. The preserver. I'm like, well, Krishna's Christ, right? Just look at the names, even though it's not really related and that far apart. I'm like, it's fucking not necessarily linguistic, but it is even. But it's something more primordial than that. Wow. Yeah, that's who I am, huh? I forget who I am sometimes. Garfield does too. He's like, oh yeah, I'm Garfield. Nope, I'm the monad. I'm like, I'm the noose. I'm the noose. And I'm the noon as well. And I'm Anki in the beginning. Like Ymir almost was. Huh? I'm like, well, There's a guy cut me up. There's Amun in a way. Atum did. But really, there's 3 of them by then, because Ra in the horizon, in a way, big time. What about the pen then, in a way? Huh? I'm like, that was Atum. Well, piercing the waters. Duh. Made out of what? Well, yay. Gaia. Like, how long has the Earth been here? A long fucking time. Where'd it come from? How much of it's alive? What are you doing when you're digging it up? I told you it's an animistic universe. And we tear her apart. She's sick of it. They're like, they have plans of disinstantiating all of us? Really? I'm like, yeah, look it up. I think it's a good idea still. I'm like, no, it's dumb. They're alive. Animistic universe. We gotta ask them why they're like that. The stars. Sure, you can take some. We do all the time. Just do it the right way. And be really spiritual about it. It's an animistic universe. And once a civilization figures it out scientifically, it changes everything. Oh, no, trying to possess Garfield again. Get down. Nobody gonna take like a dog. See me when cats get freaked out, how powerful that one can be. Dogs or even hyenas in a way sometimes. Even though they're more related to cats, but that's a pretty old one. We don't even feel that way because they look more like us. The forms are important, huh? Yeah, they are. More important than genetics, turns out. Phylogenetics needs to be kind of rewritten in a way. Well, because what viruses do and bacteria, turns out. Like, what's the masculine and feminine all the way down? Cells and viruses. And how powerful that one can be on someone's biology. There's epigenetics and genetics are just like that. Morphogenetics too, which is almost more important. So I said epigenetics. What is that? Morphogenetics. Really? I could be easily. I just haven't really got there yet, educational wise, according to you guys. But I could quickly because I'm a different species. I want to be studied more than anything. But turns out some people are trying to kill me, and they live right behind me. I mean, that's like very seriously. And one of them's a master hypnotist. At least she thinks she is. I'm just kind of working with them. And they have some pretty intense technology. No, really intense technology, turns out. But now they're panicking big time. So that's what I'm really doing here. In case you're wondering why you're investigating this, maybe. Check the houses behind me now. And what they're doing. There. Right now. You need to now. They're freaking out over there. Big time. I can feel it now. How much they're panicking right now. All of them. How much all of them are panicking? Where are you guys at? Get here as soon as possible. That was just to get some attention. So I get back to work. Well, now his hands are growing out again. Yeah, I want to show you. His paws get longer sometimes. Just a little bit. He's trying to grow out his phalanges so he can get strong enough to hold a bong. You don't even think about the other shit. Never. No, I'll beat your ass. No, you don't need it. No, you're an some pum kitty. They're not even alcohol. It's not good for you. Unless you want a little bit of that wine we grow some one day. Well, it's made of grapes, which technically aren't good for cats, but Garfield's immortal. He's a different fucking species. If I am, and I know that I am. So pay attention now, Taran. Go to these houses and destroy them. Arrest everybody there. Then come and take me into custody. Let me watch from my house. I don't do anything. I basically put myself on self-house arrest in a way, just in case someone wanted to come in and question me. So I've tried to get their attention in big fucking ways, actually. So I need them to take me more seriously, even though I sound like a dork sometimes. Because I escaped. And now I'm in a near-death experience all the time. Because I'm still alive somehow. And a few other things. I have superpowers. I could work with you too, but I don't like your methods, police. No, you're always chasing after methods. When there's serial killers on the loose. That are them, but aren't them necessarily. Not the ones you're looking at. A few of them maybe, but I'm not sure. Probably not, right? We'll find out. I don't like serial killers. That I would go to court for. I'm trying to make a better world. Kill me for it. I'd talk to them in person. Yeah, privately even. But not certain ones. Certain ones I would, depending on how known they were. If I walked into the city, like a big city with skyscrapers, could talk over cars. If I was in a big city with skyscrapers, the way I sound in the mountains, and I could talk over cars, holy shit. Sorry, guys. Get them. I'm just imagining things in my head like Darth Vader slaying Emperor Palpatine because that's what evil these fucking people are. Who are the ghosts in here? No, that's the thing is I am a materialist. My body's just different. Scientifically, enough to prove it. I can undie now. I don't die. I just have to. Now that's what I'm talking about. I just rehearsed everything I need to do if I ever got arrested, basically. Unless they were totally evil, which I'm concerned about a few of them. Because they seem to be, towards me, at least. But why? That's why I go places, because I had to connect with the animals. Whatever animals those are. Even if I don't see them, they'll smell me, and they'll get the gist. No, they're smart. Some of these people are super fucking evil. No, they're super fucking evil. Super evil. You never even guess who the evilest fucking people are in the world, and they're living right next to you sometimes. Or right behind you, even. That's what these people think over here. They're like, oh, he's evil. No, I know he's evil. He's got to be evil. Because I'm evil. I thought everyone was evil. Like, no, just around here some of you guys are. You get the people in on it somehow. Oh, wait, killing them and confusing them? Is that what it is? Is that what I'm thinking in my head? Almost. Interesting. They seem pretty evil to me. All of them. All of them do. Broken hearts, 156. Some people are evil and ready to die for it. We're switching subjects. All right, now put on some background pretty quick so Cat can hear it. He knows the show already, basically. And we know what wave works. We know that shit works, basically. It's like I get push and pull, all that bullshit. I gotta get all the details right. I don't understand all the math yet, but I'll get there. Right? I'm not getting educated. Now I get the logic, basically. I can visualize it easily. Just right there in front of me. It's like boom, 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 and boom. Trust me, easily. It's like 8 plus 8 equals 16. I can see it right there. No, I can get math. Math is easy, dude. Want me to explain an equation? Just give it to me. And I'll try to explain it. Probably could pretty easily. Most equations. No, Einstein knows me, bro. He's right here. So yeah. Something like that. check the details on the NSA messages on my Facebook account. Can you do that? Investigate these people I have dreams about, and if I'm wrong, we'll figure out who it really is, and I'll point to all the houses out that I suspect. I can prove the rest, which is a little bit of evidence left in my house that I kept for you. I've been getting watched my whole life. It's all in the water somewhere, basically, except for a little bit, kind of a well. But I basically always had advice on me. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I know I'm in a big data bank somewhere. Everyone is. Yeah, how's his protest a little bit? Garfields. He's not feeling that well. And neither am I really, but I don't really care. Because I don't fucking die. Neither does he. You feel fine? Yeah. Don't feel alive? Those people are that fucking evil. I believe. I'm still alive. Somehow again. Yes, did they try? But it did not work this time, but it did a little bit. Abducting my weed. Little bits at a time. But it's powerful like that. So they take it from me mostly. Some of these ghosts do. And they do different things with it. Like give it as a gift to other fucking ghosts. As like a toll to the ferryman. That's why I put a bunch of silver in George's grave. And yes, some gold. Also. And with precious too. I put something special there as well. Worth just about as much as all that gold. Kind of. You cleaned it up. What about this shell? Really, what about? I don't even know. Oh, that shit's still here. What about my bong? It's kind of a weird story. So they creep you out by how weird the shit gets. They're serial killers. I'm telling you that.